Alrighty guys, welcome back to part 5 of series 3, where we are in the process of still testing our system under completely different market conditions and seeing how we perform. And so here is our current equity curve. This is where we're at for part 4. Pretty much the entire time we were in drawdown up to this point where we finally barely came out of it. We were started the data collection at 583 and came out with 658. So made about 100 and something, 110,000 in these couple months. So now we're gonna go back. Remember, we started, I believe, with a 150k account. I want to say. Can I see my closed P&L? No. Yeah, I believe we started with a 150k or 300. Started with a 300k account, so not bad. Not bad growth at all. And so what I'll do is I'm going to open up this analytics, and then we're going to open up a new FX replay, and then we'll test on this. And the reason is to, oh, my bad. There we go. And the reason is to kind of track where we began our data collection. And then, yeah, we'll just go from here. So continue this data collection on gold. Awesome, awesome. And so let's look at the daily. Kind of left some lines here to kind of see what was going on. 4 hour, we're starting to build out of this sort of a accumulation and higher time frame flush out. So this is good. This is good. We had some red news, so we're just gonna give this market time to kind of show us where it wants to go. Looks like we're going to continue flushing. 4 hour is starting to fail. And so given this current market condition, we're probably going to want to start looking for sells here. Yeah, because buying couldn't be sustained. And so on the daily, yeah. So let's start looking for sells here and see if we can scalp anything, any good entries. Let's look at the hourly, 4 hour. So 4 hour, if we kind of inverse the chart, we are in this longer term accumulation just because the chart is flipped. So larger time frame accumulation, hourly is good, 20-minute is good, 5-minute longs over this high is valid. So let's see if we get anything. Still valid for long or a sell, depending on which way you're looking at it. This is Sunday, June 2nd, so I'm going to make sure there's no news here. Sunday, June 2nd. So yeah, there definitely is no news on Sundays. Probably going to be a quick stop out. E-liquid markets, you know, they don't deliver. So potential long over this high. 4 hour is good. Hourly is good. 20-minute is good. 5-minute long. Now we're looking at the second still. When did I take this trade? This was right after market reopen, but still valid, so can't really complain. We're looking at a 1.3 ATR stop. Still nothing to do, nowhere to even place a stop. Phenomenal. Another entry over this high and another entry over this high. 4 hours is good, hourly is good, 20-minute is good, 5-minute long is valid. One thing I'm kind of still in the process of testing is liquidity of markets at given, time intervals. And so one thing I might want to focus on is not trading during specific times, right? Because things like this are going to happen. You're going to get a nice build up and there's no money behind the move. Hourly good. I do like this candle, so I'm going to see what happened here and see if it's worth following something here. Let's look at the 4 hour. Oh, 4 hour, hourly, 20. Couple things you can do here is either wait for an invalidation candle, something like this right here, or this is an okay long here. I'll consider taking this entry. What time is it? June 2nd. We're looking at a 0.84 stop. Couple things you can do here is wait for validation. Longs over these highs like that. And then a 5-minute long or a sell. Let me make sure we're still valid. We are still valid. Yeah. Probably going to be another very quick stop out, but I am a-okay with that because it's just your system performing, you know? Nothing to manage to. Probably going to be a break even per usual. Still nothing to manage to. You could manage to here. There you go. Oh man, my stop loss is stuck down there. Okay, so we got a big move. How much are we up right now? So we're up 10R, 11R. You can manage to, I'll do a nice number like 7. Get stopped out at 7R. 4 hours good, hourly is good, 20-minute. Another beautiful entry, so right around here. 4 hour is still good. Hourly is slightly extended, but still displaying very good signs of strength. So I'll consider a long over these highs again, assuming there's no red news on the 3rd. Red news at 7:45 and 8. Where are we in here? Yeah, we're in the clear. Something like this. Probably going to be a quick loss, 1.67. We'll do a stop, get tapped in, get tapped out. I'll wait for an invalidation. Okay, hourly, like I said, was a little extended, so that's good that that happened. Kind of waiting for money to come back in. Hang on, I'm getting a call. Alrighty guys, I am finally back. Sorry I had to take a quick break, but let's look at the daily, the 4 hour. So 4 hour is actually kind of funny. We look at the daily. Here we go. Daily, you can consider this the retracement or more fractally, however you want to. Either way, we're building this narrative on the daily. The 4 hour, I believe we scalped a short out of here for a little winner. But yeah, we're following sells, starting to build back up. We look at the 8 hour, which will likely be a lot more insightful. We're looking for longs again, believe it or not. Even though we're this far down in the short range, we're in this structure, why are we looking for longs? This doesn't make sense, right? And it's actually because of the higher time frame narrative that we have, that we're anticipating longs. The 4 hours starting to build up the narrative that we are waiting for these longs to come in. So 4 hours good, hourly is good, 20-minute, gonna wait for validations. Let's look at the 4 hour, see if we're valid here. 4 hour, yeah. Daily, is questionable, but 4 hours good. Hourly is also questionable. Very weak market. And so if anything, I'm going to wait for this candle to close right here because this one is way too low in the range. Yep. This low right here, or this high, my bad. 4 hours starting to continue building out. Hourly demand is starting to come in, 20-minute, yeah. So you have yourself a nice buy stop here. You're looking at rollover. So unfortunately we can't enter on this, but oh wait, what time did we say the market closes at? Yep. So yeah, market closed there for an hour. So gotta give this market time. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Whichever one of these two entries you want to take, I'm gonna take a look at the first one and then the second one. Oh, come on. See what we can get out of this, but especially after market reopen, you want to be a little bit more cautious. Hourly is still holding 20-minute. 1, 2. I'd actually give this market one more candle. There is a valid buy stop over this high. 1, 2. And valid buy stop over this high. So personal preference, the reason I didn't take this one is because we're effectively still within this range, and more likely than not, it could tap you in and then fall back off. While this candle demonstrated a good amount of strength, kind of getting over whatever this weird sideways range was. So 5-minute buy stop for a long. ATR low, we're looking at 9. Is that 9? Holy shit, that's a huge stop. We'll probably go for... No, I'm looking at this wrong. No, that's a 0.71. There we go. So we can go for like a 0.5. See if we get a new low generated somewhere in here. There you go. You're looking at 0.42, just over half ATR stop. Get wicked in and wicked out all in one smooth movement. So that's okay. 20-minute is giving us another entry, depending on where we close here. 1, 2. Yeah, there's a valid entry over this high as well. So falls back down. Probably don't want to touch it anymore. Valid entries lining up. Falls back down. Potential entry here. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is still holding whatever narrative we were building up. Hourly is under, getting bought up. 20-minute. I'll consider one long here and then we'll call it kind of quits because the 4 hour is in a very strange range to say the least. Cool. We're looking at 0.89 stop. Get tapped in. Probably get taken out. Yeah, this fucking 4 hour is acting up. That is for sure. So 4 hour. Yeah, this is no longer a market that I want to be a part of. Finally building out of it. Yeah, and the biggest thing for me is acknowledging when to just step aside and not really want to touch any of this stuff. And so effectively, I should have stopped looking at it. Same thing that happened at the very beginning, or like even in this price action. It's like, at what point do you stop looking at it? Because we're technically building out of this. And so what would have happened if this market continued up from this point? Then you're like, oh man, I should have been looking at it. But when stuff like this happens, it's like, no, I shouldn't have been looking at this. This is too wicky. But if this would have gone from here, you're like, no, that was perfect delivery. And so, like I said, it's one of those points where your equity curve is just going to be in drawdown or break even. And that's okay. So 4 hours good, hourly is good. Missed an entry here. Probably news, potentially. Hourly is still building up nicely. Looking for an entry. 4 hours good, hourly is good, 20-minute. Potential long over this high. Falls back down. We're looking at the 6th, so let me make sure there's no news on June 6th. There is red news at 6:30, which is right about now. So 6:30, we'll give it an hour. It's been actually an hour and 20. So I'm going to wait for this candle to close and then take a long. This is a potential entry. Let's look at the 4 hour though. Something about this market I'm not liking too much. We did just build out of this, so it's okay. Hourly still building out of it. 20-minute validation. Potential long over this high. There's clearly no stop that can be utilized here. So 1, 2. Valid buy stop over this high potentially. Let's take a peek. A little questionable of an entry. However, I'll set one right over the current high that was just established. We're looking at a 2.59 stop. And we'll consider taking it. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour good. Hourly is okay. 20-minute is okay. I could actually see this crashing back down and then giving us another entry, but this is okay. Let me make sure that's still valid. Hypothetically, or technically speaking, still valid, but not the best entry I like to see. Nothing to manage to, unfortunately, so probably a break even. It's funny how I can go floating, 4RR or whatever this might have been. 5R to 0. It's just the way the game goes, Given my analysis, I'm anticipating this market is gonna do something. And if it doesn't, then you kind of deal with it, You can't bitch and moan. There's nothing to manage to. I'm going to choose to manage to here though, just given the fact that we're not getting any movement, and guess we kind of survive rollover. I'm gonna manage a little bit more aggressively just to secure a little bit more. There you go. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute. Gonna wait for a build up. Okay, I do have to go though. 4 hours good. Hourly is good, 20 minute is good, so 5 minute long. I want to see which, yeah, nothing here, but definitely something here. So 5 minute long over this high. Still hasn't closed, unfortunately. That would have been a good entry. Still hasn't closed. Now it should close, right? There we go. So 20 minute closed, 5 minute entry long. Yeah, a little extended, but whoa, this is a giant stop. And so I want to be a little bit more meticulous with this 1.88. We'll keep it at 1 ATR stop. It is quite big, but no, you gotta do what you gotta do. Take a very quick loss. Huh. My long was here, got tapped in, got tapped out. And then another entry, but nothing we could have taken. So oftentimes your analysis is going to be great. You're going to get tapped out and the market's going to go without you. You can't cry about it because that's just the way the market moves, right? A couple things you can do here is wait for a new market buildup. I'm not going to take this entry. Reason being is because on the hourly, we're probably going to enter some sort of a little bit of a longer sideways motion. Yep. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay, we're back in distribution, aren't we? So probably on this candle, I always like to see what it looks like across time frames. I think it's very important. Okay, still nothing to do. There we go. This is red news though, so you kind of gotta give it. Oh, these are 4 hour candles. So probably replay back to this one and then see how price interacted afterwards, right? 4 hour good. So red news was here. Okay, an hour after red news. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours good, hourly is good, very extended, so nothing to do here. Potential short or long right here. Good. So you probably would have taken a break even here and then setting up again. However, the only long I see is over these highs. So kind of personal preference what you want to do. I do like this entry though. Okay, so I'm going to replay to this particular entry. And then now we see what it looks like across time frames. And if you do this enough times, you're going to become an expert. Daily good. Still thinking. Yeah, I don't think this is a trade I would take too extended, so unfortunate. Hourly is finally collapsed to some extent. 20 is good, 5 minute long. Let's see where our validation candle is at. Probably going to be a very quick loss. Whatever long you see here fit. Oh, sell. We're looking at a 1.50 stop. Still not tapped in. Still valid. But very weak market. It is a Sunday, so forward good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute. So 20-minute, we're actually going to wait for an validation. This is okay. I need a stronger one over these highs. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Just kind of thinking through it. Yeah. Entry here. And then entry here. Let's see if we would have had a stop here. This is our only stop. I'd be willing to do like 0.6 to cover half ATR. Whoa. Was it a sell? Yeah, something like that. Exactly half ATR. Nothing to manage to. Probably just gonna be a break even. Potential and entry over this high. Very wicky. Like I'm starting to not like this. Very wicky. Another entry over this high. There we go. Money came in. It is, oh, looks like market open of some sort of market, I guess. 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute. And so if you take a peek here, it's like, okay, we took 1 entry, potentially 2 entries, and now clean market. So this looks fairly okay. Whatever low this was, we're looking at 1.4, so I can make this just like 1.2. I can make it actually like closer to 0.1. So we cover a little bit more of the move. But outside of that, cool. Life is good. You know, sometimes you just want to punch a hole through the wall and that's okay. Oh, another entry right here. I haven't even checked for news. I should probably do that, huh? Yeah, this is quite interesting of a market. 20-minute long over this high, fails. New setup over this high, fails. Like, what is going on? Another setup over this high, fails. There's a reason why I'm kind of sticking out of this market a little bit. Forward good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Only 20-minute entry I see is this one fails, or like break even perhaps. Potential long over these highs. They're shaping up all right. There you go. And set up over this high. Something like this. I want to see particularly what this setup looked like at the time being. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is good. Hourly is good. 20 minute is good. 5 minute is okay. We'll just do like some average here. Cool. Cool. Nothing to manage. Probably break even. Nothing new, boys. Nothing new. All right, I'm gonna take a break, and I gotta hit the gym at like 10 p.m. But that's okay. Anyhow, guys, I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, guys, I am finally back. It is the next day. I went to sleep kind of late, woke up really early because I had things to do. But this is a trade I caught. I actually only caught it from 1 to 3 to 4-ish RR. The reason being is I managed a little prematurely, which is okay. There wasn't news. There was a reason why I had managed so aggressively with this move. But yeah, I got stopped out right here and then I continued going. And so proper management would have been this. This is actually okay for me and I'm willing to accept this. Like the reason I managed a little bit more aggressively is because I'm doing an evaluation on another account right now. And so I'd rather secure the gains than to potentially risk the drawdown, because on some accounts I have a trailing rule for evaluations, and so depending what prop you're going with, you know, whatever, you're gonna want to manage it differently during the evaluation phase to make sure you are in the safest hands, if that makes sense. And so right here it made more sense to secure my 3-4 RR than to potentially have it come back to break even, because then the trailing drawdown would come back up and take me out. So very okay move today. That's really all I was looking at. If we look at market's about to close, so it doesn't matter. But on the 20 minute, we were looking for a long off of here. Nothing happened. On the, there were a few really good trades. I was looking at this one at the time being too. Unfortunately, I missed it just because I was too busy trading. What market was that? Oil? Yeah. But another phenomenal setup here. Micro NASDAQ. I believe I may have taken an entry in here. I delete all my entries by accident. So I did take a couple trades this morning, but this was kind of like the highlight of it because this one was a good mover. However, my management kind of kept me out of the bigger move, and that's okay. So let's go back to FX replay. Let's see where we left off at and then continue pushing, you know? Oh, there we go. So we'll go to analytics and then open up new FX replay. Dashboard, this I'll just keep in the back to know where we left off at. We're 228% up on the account. Just kind of been on drawdown recently, and that's okay. Or break even, not even drawdown. So let's see how this backtest continues. And yeah, we are at 28-minute recording, so that's okay. Delete everything. Let's start again. 4 hour, good. Not really paying attention to the daily right now. Daily's telling us a completely different story, and that's okay. However, the 4 hour is still building. Hourly is building, so we're going to wait for 20-minute validations here. I'll look at price action in this particular point in time to see if I would have gotten a trade. Nothing. Potential entry over this high, depending on how the hourly looks. Hourly is a little low in the range, but still holding actually. So yeah, this is a valid entry for me. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we don't even get tapped in. Perfect. Yeah, I want to account for the losses as well. So okay, 4 hour building. Hourly definitely showing a good amount of demand. A couple things you can do here is wait for demand validation, or further validation. Or you can take an entry here. I'm gonna, I mean, I'm gonna give it a little bit of time. Potential entry over this high. Let's go 4 hour. Needs a little bit of time on the hourly. Okay, 4 hour just kind of plummeted. So if we were to invert this, something like this. However, the 4 hour is still kind of back and forth, not really knowing what we want to do. And so I think this is a point where I'm just not going to watch this market. We don't know what the market's doing. Now we're setting up nicely for a long over these highs. There you go. Let's look at the daily. Daily narrative is starting to get restored. 4 hour built up exactly how we were anticipating. And so we missed, what price action was it? Yeah, we didn't trade this price action. Oh, meant to put a vertical line here. We missed this price action and we missed this price action. And so what I'm going to do is step down. Yeah, nothing here to trade. Liquid, nasty, potentially entries. Here, I'm going to get rid of this one because this one's a no-go. But looking at 20-minute validations after the nothing potential entry here. If you're fucking crazy, probably wouldn't have taken anything. Break even trade here. And then entry here. And that's all I see, which is a break even here. So yeah, I always like to go back and see what I could have missed. So daily, this just isn't a market worth trading for me. It's like, what are we doing here? So I'm going to give this market time. There we go. Now we have a more concise story. Hourly, I want to look at market after this point. Phenomenal entry here, which is the one we just missed. Phenomenal entry here, which is probably a loss. No, a break even, assuming we pushed up first and then came back down. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is now trending to some extent. Hourly, good 25-minute entries over these highs. Let me look at the time. I have to go here in a couple hours, so. Got my coffee. Yeah, but 4 hour is starting to build up that bullish narrative that we've been kind of anticipating this entire time. But yeah, this was no-go price action. Good, no-go, no-go, no-go. Finally good. Hourly good, 20-minute is good. Yeah, so if anything, I'll move this just slightly higher so it covers us from potential. Let me make sure we're still valid. It's still a valid entry, but it's kind of pushing it for me now, you know? I'll set it up. Oh, 0.85% risk. Nothing to do. Almost got tapped in on here. We got lucky there. Long over these highs. Could have kept the same setup, but that's okay. We're looking at 1.6 ATR, so somewhere around here is valid. Get tapped in. Move to break even. Hopefully survive the break even. Coming into rollover, we're still at break even. We're in good amount of profit to survive this rollover. Okay, rollover occurs now. Market reopens. Hopefully money starts flowing in to push us higher. Phenomenal. Okay, so nothing to manage to though. Gonna manage to about here. There we go. And clearly my management is set in certain areas to prevent unnecessary losses like that. So good on that. Hourly is good. 20-minute validation. We could probably get a re-entry here, especially as money starts coming back into the market. Potential long over this high, but I'm going to give it one more push. One more push. There we go. So as we push higher, this was a potential entry. I didn't like it though. Very weak, low in the range. This was another potential entry, but it was still within this range, so I didn't like it either. And now as we're finally pushing out of this range, this is something that I'm willing to take risk on. Let me make sure we're still valid. Another valid entry over this high. So depending on how you want to manage your positions, I'm going to go back to precisely this candle to see what it looked like at the time of open. 1, 2. Yeah, so you get 2 valid entries here. I prefer the higher one. Reason being is because if you take an entry here on the like looking at the 20-minute, you can definitely get some sideways price action that could wick you out, versus the higher entry gives you double validation that the market's going to want to continue long, and it probably will give you a tighter entry. Like so. 0.85% risk. Get tapped in. Effectively, my SL should have been a little bit higher, but that's okay. Probably going to be a loss here. Oh, break even. Survive the break even. Still nothing to manage to though. Yep, and take a beautiful break even. I didn't check for news, but I think we should be okay. 4 hour good. Hourly is stage 1ing a little bit. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hourly is now supporting the move. 4 hours good. Hourly is good. Happy I actually stayed out of this 4 hour price action. Daily is now building up that narrative again. 4 hour good. Hourly good. 20-minute good. Yeah, 5-minute long over this high. Got red news approaching here in a little bit, but that's okay. Take out the 20 again. Nope, 20 is still not valid. And now we're getting a little bit extended. Still not valid. Whoa, I don't like this. There we go. So 5-minute long. We're looking at at this time of entry, I want to look at ATR. Give me just 1 second. There we go. Okay, hang on. Okay. So ATR at this time, assuming 20-minute close, is 1.5. So we're looking for like a 1.5 stop. Too big, unfortunately. So if a new low gets created within here, I'll take the same entry. Yep. So I'd be willing to take something like 1.35, slightly under ATR, or yeah, under ATR. And then that's just one of my rules. But personal preference, like my experience has shown me that that's just the way the market moves. Okay, break even anyway. 20-minute. Long over potentially this high. I don't like it how it's still within this range though. So I'd wait for this one. We are, how long before red news? 3 hours. So we're still in the green for red news. 4 hour good. Hourly is good. 20-minute is good. 5-minute long over this high. Assuming that's the 20-minute close. Nope. There we go. Now we are only 2 hours and 20. Still okay. And so I'd be willing to take a position like this. 0.85% risk. Let's look at the 20-minute. Yeah, this isn't half bad. Get tapped in. I don't even think that's a break even, is it? No, that's definitely break even. We're being chillin'. So take a break even right before news. We're gonna let the news play out. How long is this before news? 2 hours. There is another potential setup here. Yeah, I might have to create some rules over which high we choose, just because it's a little too subjective for my liking. Because when you're in the live market, you want to always take the quicker entry, which can kind of eat at you a little bit. So red news playing out, that's okay. 4 hour fell back down, not a market worth following. We don't know where this market is going. And if you want to look at the daily is kind of insinuating, starting to change to a little bit of distribution here. So let's see what happens here. But as of right now, the sells are in control. Now the bulls are in control. Like, where is this market going? We have absolutely no fucking clue. So give this market time. We don't know where it's going, so. Okay, looks like we're still in it for longs. Money came back in, still supporting the move. This could be the start of that stage 2. We've kind of been anticipating this stage 2 since here, and then since here, and now since here. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute. Ooh, we're gonna get some nice entries here. Ah, red news. Oh, I like this entry. Too bad there's red news, so it kind of has to ruin our predictability of price movement. Okay, what time is this? 16. So the market opens up at 12, 14, 15. So 16. Yeah, I'm gonna give it till 1700. Till, yeah, now we're good for longs. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. Yes, that's my candle. Oh. Okay. Give me just one quick second. 1, 2. 4 hour good. Hourly is a little bit sideways for my liking. 20 minute good, 5 minute, yeah. There you go. Where'd this 20 minute close at? Right there. This looks like a very big ATR stop. 1.15. Even then, we're looking at about 20% larger than ATR, I want to say. Let me pull up my calculator. We're looking at 0.97, right? We'll just do 0.9 versus 0.75. Yeah, we're nearing that 20% edge. 20, yeah, it's just a good entry though, so I'll take it. We'll do some sort of limit. Get tapped in. Close to a break even, but not quite, and take a loss. 20 minute, we're gonna wait for a new validation. Potential long over this high. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour money's coming back in, hourly supporting, 20 minutes supporting. Yeah, this isn't a bad long. It's a little extended on the 20, but it's still something that I would follow. Falls back down, nothing to do. Potential longs over these highs. I'm gonna wait for something a little bit stronger. This is okay. I'll consider a long all over these highs, something like this. ATR low. Falls back down. Don't want to touch it. We're still supporting the move. Hourly is money starting to come in. A little premature on the hourly, but 20 minute is very good. So I'd consider a long over this high perhaps. Getting bought up very nicely. Notice how everything is smooth movement. No choppiness, no wicks. You know, it's very clean. So depending on where we close here, yep, that was our close. I'll consider a long right about here. ATR is 1.24. We're looking at just under 1, so good. Probably take a loss here. Nothing new. Beautiful. Hourly is now probably going to be very good. So maybe wait on the hourly premature entries a little bit. Falls back down. You have an entry here, but I don't like it. An entry over these highs. And that is something I may consider taking. long over these highs. 4 hour is okay. Hourly is still supporting the move, but very questionably. So if anything, I'm going to give this one more validation candle. Oh. Did we get an entry? $1.04, $1.03. We can make it work. 4 hours good. Hourly is okay. 20-minute long. Yeah, this is okay. Not my favorite kind of entry, but 1.04. Just one ATR. Try a limit here. Probably take another loss. Nothing new. Four-hour good. Yeah, I shouldn't be trading this at all. Looking at the hourly, it's just like, what are you doing, bro? 20-minute might have a very nice entry right here. I'm going to take it. Like I said, I'm trying to cover every single case so I know what I can expect out of my system on live, you know? Okay. 1, 2. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour good. Yeah, this hourly is a no-go for sure. 20 good, 5-minute good. Absolutely no-go on this market. We're looking at 0.73, exactly 1 ATR. Hopefully we get a new low. Good. Don't know how I feel about this market. It's very back and forth. Probably sit out on the hourly. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give this hourly time. 4 hours good. Hourly is building back out. 20-minute potential entries, but it's very bad. So potential entry over this high, potential entry over this high. Let's see where we close at. Yeah, this is okay. This is also okay. So I'm going to highlight both highs. Something like that and something like that. And then 5-minute. We're looking at an entry right along here with a low here. Very big, 0.7. It's still valid, surprisingly. And then secondary entry right here with a low right about here. Personal preference, I'm going to go with the trying to think which entry I want to take. This matters a lot in the live market too. I'm going to take the lower one because that's the first entry I probably would have even dared to see. Okay, well, it didn't tap me in, but we can replay that. Okay. We'll do just a regular buy stop here. Nope. 0.85%. Move to break even, nothing to do right now. Probably take a break even, nothing new. Okay, we get a nice little runner here. Still nothing to manage to. If anything, I'll do like maybe right around here. Price shouldn't return here, and if it does, I anticipate it for it to crash down, and there you go. Oh, there's another entry. Okay, notice how the 4 hours clear now? We're not in this shit. Not in this shit. We're in this shit. Hourly, we're not in this shit. We're in this shit. So, nice little lesson for me as well. Yeah, I shouldn't have gotten involved there. That's okay though. We learn and we grow, and that's how you make your system a little better. It's just kind of sharpening your edge a little bit. But yeah, this is a phenomenal entry for me. We're looking at 1.24, so half of that should be around like 0.6 maybe. 0.5, 0.6. It'll be a very quick break even probably. Okay. Good entry, quick break even. There you go. Why am I not surprised that I was a break even? Oh, we got red news, by the way. Red news in 4 hours, so we got a little bit of time. Potential long over this high. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours still sustaining, hourly sustaining. 20-minute is good, 5-minute long. Now we're gonna get a new 20-minute long. See where we close on this bad boy. 1, 2, potential long over this high. Falls back down. Potential long over this high. Oh, how long before news is this? A little too close. That would have been a phenomenal entry though. Whoa, what the fuck is this wick? This is why you don't trade news, guys. What the fuck? Oh, that's just wild. So 5 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're valid to get into the market. So hourly is okay. If anything, I'm not going to take an entry. I need to see it crash down a little bit more. 4 hour is okay. Hourly did undergo whatever we had to here. We got a little bit of bearishness, a little bit of sideways, like if we jump down to 30, good. And then on the 20, we got a potential entry over these highs. There you go. Probably going to crash back down just given that the hourly is like buttfuck extended to Mars, like literally. But there you go. And then on the hourly, another entry. Let's check the hourly though. I want to look at this particular move right here. Okay. So 1, 2. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour getting a little extended, but that doesn't matter. Hourly is starting to go a little bit sideways. But still a lot of strength coming out of this market. It's kind of unbelievable. The bearishness just couldn't hold. You know, we see one small bearish candle and then boom, gets blasted through. One small bearish candle, boom, gets blasted through. So I'm still in the process of testing extensions on the, what time frame was it? The hourly. And what I like to see. And so on my own time, I'm going to go back and test different extension validations and all that stuff. So we'll go with a 0.8, which is half ATR, just slightly under half. Okay. Quick break even, probably going to be the quickest break even ever. There you go. And then 20-minute. Yeah, I'm going to give this market time. I need to see it crash down. Look at that hourly. This ain't holding, bud. There we go. Rollover kind of helped with that, I guess. Money starts coming back into the market, getting a little bit wicky for some reason. 4 hour is good, hourly is good, 20-minute is good, 5-minute long over the new high. There you go. Falls back down, nothing to do. 20-minute. Long over this high. Oh, my bad. No long over these highs, good. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long. Depending on where you set your entry, I'm gonna take a random loss here, just cause for that data variability. If it wants to tap me in and tap me out. There's my random loss, just to help out with the data a little bit. I always like to 20-minute, no valid entry, no valid entry. So we're in the clear there. Daily good, 4-hour good, hourly is a little weak, but we can wait for validations. There we go. This is what we love to see. We're looking at July 9th. Very wiki of a market. Let me look at the hourly. It's not too bad. It's not like back here, that's for sure. We got some motion to it. Questionable strength on the 4-hour, but that's okay. Hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute good. Yeah. Don't know if we got a stop here. We're looking at a 1.61 stop. Unfortunately, it's too big, but if we come back down and set up a better low, it might be worth taking. Good thing we didn't get entered. There we go. That's our entry. Let's look at the 4-hour. 4-hour is still good. Hourly is still good. It was in a little bit of sideways, but we're building out of that. And then let's see how big our stop would have been here. Over the highs. Low, you can choose a couple lows. We're looking at 0.96 or 0.7. I like the 0.7. And keep in mind, I'm doing this live as the market is playing out. You know, I'm going back, setting up new orders. What was it, 0.7? Oh, there we go. And I'm constantly updating my positions. Move to break even. Probably going to be a quick break even per usual. Not a break even. Probably going to be a break even. Nothing to manage to here for me. So unfortunate. Could have managed to like that 3RR, but it's just not worth it for me. We'll manage to like 3.3R. There we go. Secure 3.3. More likely than not, this is going to start failing now. And not. Maybe we get a new validation. Okay, market comes in. Entry right here. Break even, clearly. And then on the 20-minute, we get a new entry here. Let's look at the 4-hour. Good, hourly, good. Yeah. On this hourly side. So a couple entries here. You have this entry and this entry. I'm going to choose to take the lower one, potentially. If I don't see a very, very good spot for a stop loss. 0.61, 0.84. Where's the 1.12? That's a very, very big stop. So no entry. And I want to see where we actually got taken out. We got taken out here. So potential entry here. But then another entry here. We are 2 hours and 25 before news. So I'll take another entry here on the 5. There you go. That's your entry. Somewhere around here. 0.63 will go to like 0.66. Okay. Still waiting for this 20-minute to close. Get tapped in, move to break even. Probably going to be the quickest break even ever. Whoa. Got to keep in mind red news. So I'm going to close my position like 10 minutes before red news, if anything. It's a good general rule of thumb, 5 to 10 minutes before red news. Nothing to secure here quite yet. I'm going to secure my 3.5R just because of the red news volatility and illiquidity that's about to come in. There you go. Would have gotten tapped out at break even regardless. 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. Golden setup here if, yeah. Shit, that would have been a good mover. Okay, hour after red news. Hour and 20. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long over these highs. If we get a good entry, still nothing. See if it's valid. A couple things here, depending if we get a valid entry, we're looking at 1.7 stop. So this is a valid entry, but as this candle is building out, you're getting a secondary valid entry here. So it's kind of like, what do you want to do, right? Let's see how this candle played out. Yeah, so it came down. I'm going to wait for the secondary entry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Falls back down, nothing to do. Look at 4 hour. 4 hour still sustaining, hourly is starting to build back up. 20-minute. We're a little low on the hourly range, so I'm going to give this market one more sideways piece of action. There we go. 4 hour good, hourly is good, 20-minute is good, 5-minute long over, I believe it was this high. Yeah. And then low, we're looking at like a 0.85, so something like this potentially. Probably a loss. Nothing new. Wait, what time was this? 12, 16. Yeah, we're in the green here. So, gonna wait for new validation here. Could have been an entry here. Not my favorite though, so. Would have been a nice little runner though. Potential entry over these highs. Hourly is good. 20. I'm gonna wait for an validation. Like this is one of those points where I can look for a validation here and get an entry, but I'd rather wait for the completion of this candle. Potential entry over these highs. Potential entry over this high. Personal preference, I prefer this high. But if you really want to be like weird about it, there's an entry here, an entry here, an entry here, an entry here. Like all these are valid entry buy stops. And so it's your job to locate the one that's going to start the move forward. Notice here, valid entry here, this would have been a loss. Valid entry here, this would have been a loss. Valid entry here is a little low, but still valid. And this is the one that got us out. Same thing here, valid entry, valid entry, valid entry. And so with experience, you're going to learn to find the ones that make sense for you. We're still 3 hours and 20 before red news, so still good for me. Looking for the long, very weak market. A new validation, so I'm going to wait for this completion, which is here. Whoa, red news. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm going to wait an hour after red news, so till 2 more candles. There we go. Yep. And so nothing to do. Oh, to go 4 hour, hourly, 20-minute, 5-minute. Yep, this is our entry. It's a little like wonky for some people, but with these red news, you generally get massive movers, and if you can position yourself properly. Let's look at the 20 again. 20 just closed. Hourly is good. 20-minute is good. 5-minute is good. ATR, we're looking at 4.4 something. We'll go with like maybe 2. Yeah. I forgot how big the stop was, but I remember it was kind of tiny. Probably move to BE just about now. Probably going to be a BE. And with a new 20-minute entry, hopefully. Nope, missed the move. That's okay. Hourly is coming back down. I did like this entry. Missed it. That's okay. Probably would have been a break even. 0.93 to point. Yeah, easy break even. 20. Potential entry over these has missed them. And we didn't get an order in, so. Waiting for bullishness to start coming in. Yep, long off this high is valid. No other entry is valid. So, oh, red news though. Double red news. Well, that's great. There we go. Hour after red news, I believe. Yep. 20-minute. Gonna wait for some sideways, but this would have been your entry. Don't know if you would have gotten a. Yeah, you would have gotten a nice entry. Probably a break even or a loss. More likely a break even. Okay, we're coming up on market close here, so probably not gonna get anything. There we go. Market reopen. Let's go 4 hour. 4 hour is still sustaining the move. Nice bullishness. Hourly is also sustaining the move. So I'm going to wait for some sideways and 20-minute validations to come in. Yep. And that's it. We're looking at 2300. So like what? 11 o'clock? 1, 2. 5-minute entry. We're looking at a 0.79 stop. 0.79. So that'll be like 339. Nice little break even here. 20-minute. Yeah, probably don't want to follow this market anymore. So go 4 hour. 4 hour is still holding surprisingly. Hourly demand coming back in. 20-minute. I want to see what it looked like on this candle because this is a very clean entry, but who knows how it plays out. Let's take a peek. Our account, I think right now we're still in drawdown. What do we start with? Account balance 984. We're at 1,040,000. So we're just barely made what, 100 grand, 60 grand, something like that. So not too good, but not too bad. 4 hours still supporting the move. Hourly is okay. Let's look at the hourly now. Hourly money is coming in. We're a little low in the range. Like I said, these are the periods when your equity curve is going to be in drawdown or break even, and that's just part of the game. So what I would recommend is take it, but really test situations like this. Like these, this is why I'm coming back and testing this, to make sure they fall within your edge, you know? 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute, validation good, 5-minute long. And so over time, you're going to know right away if entries like these are worth it. In the live market, I would probably take something like this. I'm not going to lie. We're looking at a point, what was our stop? 0.134. So we could do like 0.12 at the highest. Then we could do like 0.7. We could do like, yeah. There you go. Taking a sell break even. Or loss, my bad. Another long coming in, but if we look at the hourly, probably not. Let's go to 20. I need to relook at it. 1, 2, 4 hour. We'll start at the daily to kind of get our analysis again. But yeah, tried scalping shorts on here on the 4 hour. Learn our lesson, not doing that again. 4 hour longs are coming in questionably. Hourly demand. Okay. Personal preference, like I said, this is kind of like the first. Let me adjust the mic. This is probably like the first chop that we're getting in this area, and so I'd be willing to take. And the longer you go, the less you want to be in the market sideways wise. So, like I said, I'll take it. I think we saw it did run a little bit, but I don't know if it stops us out right away. So it's one of those gambles. We're looking at 0.75 stop, reasonable. Get tapped in, move to break even. There we go, perfect. I actually wanted to get stopped out a little bit, so I can see the new entries that it's gonna allow us potentially. Let's look at the hourly. Hourly sustaining 20-minute longs coming in. We are still 3 hours before red news, so okay long. Waiting for the close of this. 20-minute. There was a valid buy stop over this high that I was eyeing a little bit, but yeah, there's just no stop here. But I certainly would have taken this entry. Probably gonna get stopped out 1.47. Slightly over half ATR. Taking a nice little break even there. Nice little runner. Damn it. Guys, we've gotten stopped out with every single runner. Isn't that just amazing? Okay, we undergo red news. Gonna wait like 5 candles. There we go, 2 hours in. Market reopen. Wait for money to come in. Long over this high. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours good. Hourly is good. 20-minute is good. 5-minute long over the high. Is spectacular. We are just slightly over ATR. I'm gonna wait for me to get stopped out here. Or not. Damn. So here I'm just gonna put like a, wait, did I not get stopped out? Okay, now I'm confused. What happened here? Entry was here. Why didn't I get stopped out? Okay, we're gonna set up a random buy stop here to get stopped out. There we go. Okay. 20-minute. I'm gonna wait for a new stage 1. Valid long over here. 4 hour good. Hourly is good. 20-minute is good. 5-minute long over the high. I'll take something like this. See if it's still valid. 20 is good. So 5-minute ATR would be looking at like probably this low at the worst. Long valid over this high, shaping up a nice long over this high. Kind of personal experience or personal preference again. My bad. Let's go 4 hour, good. Hourly, good. 20-minute. Yeah, this is just one of those personal experience cases where I'm gonna look at it before we get buy stopped in. There's no valid stop here for us. We're 1.88 is too big. So in a situation like this, I'm gonna wait for this to close, and then that's our entry. Looks like it's gonna be a very quick, depending on where you put your stop. We're looking at 1.42, so like around 0.7 to 0.8. Seven times 2 is 14. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, effectively, you'd still be in on this move. Actually, no, break even. My bad. Would have gotten that nice little runner. Guys, we've taken break evens on every single runner. New entry here. We'll just throw in a random loss in here just to account for that, just in case we would have taken that. Okay, that didn't work. I'm gonna set up like the tightest entry. You have to take me out, bud. Oh, fuck off. Okay. I do have to go here pretty soon though, so. Oh, come on. Stop me the fuck out, bro. Dude, okay. Fuck this shit. I can't do this anymore. FX replay is gonna make me rip my hair out. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Just a random sell here. Boom. Stop me out now. There we go. Okay, took a random loss here. Hourly is a little extended potentially. 20-minute. Do have a new valid entry here though. 4 hours good. Hourly a little extended for my liking. It's not too bad, but it's also not too good. We got red news in 3 hours. 4 hours good. Hourly is good. Yeah, something about this hourly. Something about this hourly. Okay. Why didn't I take these longs? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Was it because of the red news? Another long here? Or I did. I think this is where I took some break evens. Yeah, there's something about this market. This hourly is... No, I'm skipping. I'm sorry. It's probably going to be a runner too. Okay, it would have been a break-even trade, so good thing I didn't. Now, depending on where we close here, there's a beautiful long. There you go. We got red news now, so unfortunately can't take it. But probably going to get taken out. Hourly is good. 20-minute is good. Beautiful long over this high. We are 1 hour after red news, so we're good for longs. This is your entry. 1.7 stop, just over half ATR. And I do have to head out, guys, so I will be back soon to finish this data collection. I just wanted to get a nice little runner, you know? This was a break-even trade, so it doesn't matter. Give it just 1 second. Hang on. Okay, I am back. So we said it was a break-even trade. 4 hour is okay. Hourly is good. Yeah, so new 20-minute longs from here. Good. What time is this? 8 o'clock on the 16th. Let's take a peek here. 1, 2. Let's take a 4 hour. 4 hour good. Hourly good. Yeah, hourly good. 20-minute is okay. I'm gonna skip to like that. And then 5-minute long over this high would look something like this. We're looking at a 1.5 stop, so good. Just about half ATR. Break even. Probably gonna take a break even. Nice little runner, nothing to manage to. Still waiting for strength to come in, managing to like 4R or something to secure a little bit. Nice little runner. Gonna manage to about 6.87. I might start incorporating partials, like partial, 50% partial would come back down to here. But 8.2R. There you go. And I'm going to call it quits for now. But this is where we started. This is where we're at. So 262%. We started with 226. So let's take a peek here. Yeah, I mean, you really can't tell much growth. The equity curve is just so big now that like take me back home. Fuck, how do I make it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so not bad growth. It was fairly break even, but I've learned a lot about my current system and how I can perfect it a little better. We made 40 something percent from 6.2 to 2.8 to 6.2. Oh, we made like 18% or something, so not too bad. But yeah, win rate is still fairly strong. That's not bad. 30% win rate, not bad at all. $1 million account, we started with a 984,000. 1,008,000, so 1,088. Yeah, so we made about 100 grand in this much time, so like from the 5th to the 16th. Yeah, not bad, guys. Anyhow, this is gonna be the end of this video, and then I'll go ahead and start another one to hopefully wrap it up. We are in June, July, August, September. So like 2-3 months left. Yeah, I can fit that all in one video. Anyhow, guys, amazing backtest. I like the results we're getting, and yeah, peace out.